Did you know that of the 39 clubs that have played in the FA Premier League since its inception, at least 12 owe their very existence to churches, and those that served in them, and their local communities? Some of these same clubs know very little about the circumstances that led to their formation, or the people involved. They could be viewed equivalent of today's parks teams, and as such, did not keep extensive records. Who would have thought that one day, they would become the center of excellence and prestige, and expand to include people from far and wide, of different cultures, backgrounds and life experience, to extend the reach of the beautiful game beyond imagination. How amazing that they, from such humble beginnings, through a time of need and deprivation, could not only be an answer in their time, epitomizing the best of Christian values, charity, mercy, kindness, and loving your neighbor as yourself, to demonstrating the heart and strength of British grit, pulling together to work through the hardest times, finding a place of camaraderie, encouraging and supporting others, building character and responsibility, not only for oneself, but the community in which they lived and worked, espousing the values both of discipline and teamwork. In this video, we remember how practical Christianity shaped the world we now live. Let's take a moment to explore and remember this great heritage, one to be proud of and celebrated. The Industrial Revolution. A time of immense change. Factories sprang up, cities swelled, people flocked from the countryside seeking work. Life was hard, especially for the working class. Communities needed something to bring them together, to offer hope. Enter the church. And with it, the beautiful game of football. Churches became beacons of hope in newly industrialized cities. They provided more than just spiritual guidance. They were places of solace, offering food, shelter, and education to those in need. And in a time when leisure was a luxury, they also became unexpected nurseries for a new pastime, football. Across the UK, but particularly in England, church teams began to emerge, kicking off the sport that would captivate millions. These early teams, formed by clergymen and parishioners alike, weren't just about competition, they were about fostering community spirit, promoting physical well-being, and offering a much-needed distraction from the harsh realities of industrial life. The church's influence on early football went beyond simply providing players and a place to play. It instilled a sense of fair play and sportsmanship. These were values deeply rooted in Christian teachings and reflected in the early amateur ethos of the game. Church teams were often linked to factories, schools, or other local institutions. This fostered social cohesion and created a strong sense of belonging within communities. Football became a shared passion, bridging social divides and bringing people together from all walks of life. The church hall, once a place for sermons and hymns, transformed into a hub of pre-match tactics and post-match celebrations. This unique blend of social activism, community spirit, and athletic endeavor laid the foundations for the football clubs we know and love today, and the many charities linked to them. Everton Football Club, one of England's most celebrated clubs, has its roots firmly planted in the church. In 1878, St. Domingo's Cricket Club was formed by members of the St. Domingo Methodist New Connection Chapel in Everton. However, as winter approached and cricket became impractical, the members sought an alternative activity to keep the group together. Football, with its burgeoning popularity, provided the perfect solution. In 1879, the club changed its name to Everton Football Club, taking its new identity from the local area. Everton went on to become founding members of the Football League in 1888, and have since won numerous league titles and FA Cups, etching their name into footballing legend. And some may not know this, but they birthed another team, yes, one that achieved greatness in its own right, that of Liverpool Football Club. Manchester City, another giant of English football, also owes its origins to the church. In 1880, Arthur Connell, the rector of St. Mark's Church in West Gorton, Manchester, together with his daughter, helped establish a church team with a vision to bring the community together and combat social ills. They first set up a soup kitchen and distributed coal to those most in need. Then followed the creation of the football team. This team, initially known as St. Mark's, West Gorton, provided an outlet for the local youth and helped foster a sense of camaraderie in a rapidly changing world. Over time, the club underwent several name changes, eventually becoming Manchester City in 1894. Like Everton, Manchester City's journey reflects the church's crucial role in providing not just spiritual guidance, but also social and recreational opportunities that would shape the lives of generations to come. The story of Aston Villa begins in 1874, whereby members of Villa Cross, Wesleyan Chapel Sunday School started to plan their special team. 4 young men from the Villa Cross Wesleyan Chapel in Handsworth, Birmingham, decided to form a football team, laying the groundwork for one of English football's most historic clubs. Aston Villa quickly gained prominence, their early success a testament to the dedication and camaraderie instilled by their Sunday school beginnings. They became one of the most dominant teams of the late 19th century, winning numerous league titles and FA Cups, and establishing themselves as a force to be reckoned within the world of football. The influence of the church on football's development wasn't limited to the industrial heartlands of the north. In London, clubs like Fulham and Spurs also have roots intertwined with the church. Fulham FC emerged from the Sunday School of St Andrew's Church in 1879, while Tottenham Hotspur was formed in 1882 with John Ripshaw, a Bible teacher from All Hallows Church, and members of the Tottenham YMCA, an organization with strong Christian foundations, launching their team. These clubs, along with countless others across the country, are a testament to the far-reaching impact of the church's social and sporting endeavors during this era. The connection between the church and football during the Industrial Revolution went far beyond simply kicking a ball around. It was about building communities, offering support. They created a sense of belonging in difficult times and a rapidly changing world. Churches established soup kitchens to feed the hungry, provided shelter for the homeless, and created educational opportunities for the underprivileged. In fact, churches are at the foundation of our education system, with local clergy insisting poor, uneducated families have the opportunity to learn to read. Fun fact: the earliest known organized schools in England were established by the church, and Augustine established a church in Canterbury, which later became St Augustine's Abbey, in 598 AD. Football in many ways became an extension of this social mission. It provided a healthy outlet for young men, fostered teamwork and discipline, and offered a welcome escape from the grime and hardship of industrial life. The values instilled by the church, fair play, sportsmanship, and compassion, became deeply embedded in the ethos of many early football clubs. The legacy of the church's involvement in football is undeniable. Here are just a few examples of clubs and their founding churches: Everton Football Club, St Domingo Methodist New Connection Chapel, Manchester City, St Mark's Church West Gorton, Aston Villa Villa Cross, Wesleyan Chapel Handsworth, Fulham St Andrew's Church, Tottenham Hotspur All Hallows Church, Birmingham City Holy Trinity Church Bawdsley, Blackpool FC, formed by members of St John's Church, Southampton FC, originated from St Mary's Church of England Young Men's Association. These clubs, with their rich histories and passionate supporters, serve as a lasting reminder of the church's significant role in shaping not just English football, but our society and values too. The link between the church and football may not be as well remembered and direct today as it was during the Industrial Revolution. However, the values instilled by those early pioneers, community, compassion, and fair play, continue to resonate within the sport. Many clubs still maintain strong links with their local communities, engaging in charitable work and using their platform to address social issues. The spirit of those early church teams, who saw football as a force for good, endures in the countless initiatives undertaken by clubs and players to make a positive difference in the world. From humble beginnings in church halls and on muddy pitches, football has become a global phenomenon. Let's remember and celebrate our history, where practical Christianity was implemented and foundations laid as the bedrock for our communities and clubs, on which all future achievements rest. Sometimes remembering the best of our past helps us navigate the future ahead. Of all the things fans honor and remember, why not consider revisiting your team's roots and honor this unique history by attending this year's Easter Sunday service in a church near you? A history forgotten is a history that can be rewritten. This was a personal project to teach my son about our heritage, culture, and community. Let's share it and together remember who we are. Happy Easter.